Mason Nation, and welcome to this week's broadcast of Mason Cable News. I'm Tori Harvey.
And I am Gina Jerome.
Some breaking news that we mentioned earlier on our Twitter. Starting next fall, it will be mandatory for freshmen to live on campus. The announcement came out last Friday, the 16th, by Vice President of Enrollment Management, David Burge, and Vice President of University Life, Rose Parcell. They believe that if they require the freshmen to stay on campus, more of a community will be built, and plus studies have shown that students that stay on campus do much better in their classes. And at the moment, 65 to 75% of freshmen live on George Mason's campus already.
On Tuesday, October 20th, a campus-wide birthday party for all students turning 21 this semester was held in the Hub's Corner Pocket. Organizations in charge of this event included Waves, Fraternity and Sorority Life, Housing and Residence Life, Athletics, and off-campus student programs and services. Games, free pizza, and cupcakes and prizes. There were even a shirt that said, "I can't keep calm, it's my birthday," were some of the exciting parts of the celebration. The event allowed students to learn how to celebrate the big 2-1.
Mason is currently in the progress of renovating the Fairfax campus. Various broken and damaged sidewalks around the campus will be worked on. These locations include Aquia Creek, Eagle Bank Arena, Facilities Administration Buildings, Mattapony River Lane, the quad behind East West Krug, and Finley Buildings, Rivanna Riverway, Shenandoah Neighborhood, Shenandoah River Lane, and the Commons. You can find out more information along with a daily schedule of locations at building.gmu.edu.
On a lighter note, it's Academic Integrity Week. All week there will be different kiosks and activates at Mason to ensure that your academic career is crystal clear. I think it's funny how Academic Integrity Week falls during midterm season, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty crazy because I'm really focused on my academics, and I bet you are as well.
Yes, for sure.
Well, we have to take a short break, but stay tuned because when we come back, we will have Kira White with Freshman Corner.
Hello, Mason Patriots. We are at the end of midterms. Congrats, you made it through. This is Freshman's Corner, and I am your host, Kira White. If you remember at the beginning of this month, we had Career Fair, which was a huge success. Now, freshmen, please take out those awesome resumes you guys created because there are some amazing job opportunities coming your way for spring 2016 semester. Getting introduced to college and holding a job can be tough. However, some of your peers have actually already jumped on the ball this fall semester. I had the opportunity to speak with some of them about how they successfully juggled their job, studies, and social life all this first semester of college. So how has it been juggling school and work all in one?
Well, I tend to do my work ahead of time, so I have time to actually focus on my work, like work instead of my homework, so it just won't be all cluttered and things like that. So that's how I do it.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think that I juggle like schoolwork and social life and working just by making sure I have a set schedule, like planning out what I'm going to do for the day. And if, my friends decide, oh, let's hang out, I'll just be like, let me look at my schedule. Oh, sorry, I can't. I have to work. I work at Bath & Body Works and in the comm office. So I have the comm office schedule me like evening times and then during the week. And then I have Bath & Body Works schedule me on the weekends. And I just, plan around that,
So as you can see, GMU 19 is hard at work here at Mason. Those resumes will quickly come into use once you visit Hire Mason today. There are plenty of jobs that are geared towards only freshmen, such as the DA for housing and many others. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely getting on that. Well, that's all for this segment of Freshman's Corner. I'm your host, Kira White. See you next time.
Welcome back to Mason Cable News. American Airlines appears to have successfully negotiated on one of the last and most important pieces of its merger with U.S. Airways this weekend after the two airlines and their reserve systems merged. The company shifted all U.S. Airways flight numbers and reservations and passenger information records to the system used by American called Sabre. The airline said that weekend did not have any anomalies or canceled flights related to the rebooking. With the merger of these two airlines carrying the name of American Airlines, they bought new aircraft companies, invested in renovations of the existing aircraft, and changed the official logo of the airline, symbolizing the American Eagle, American Airlines. American Airlines expects to be the best airline in the world, serving over 1,000 cities.
On Tuesday, October 20th, the presidential candidate Jim Webb announced that he is no longer running as a Democratic candidate. Webb has not decided but is leaning strongly to run as an independent candidate. The very nature of our democracy is under siege during the power structure and the money that finances both political parties, Webb said, adding later that it is, quote, time for a new declaration of independence. Webb did not endorse another candidate, but did make a few statements about another candidate and how they may appear in the public's eye versus who they really are and what they stand for.
This past weekend in Washington, D.C., along U Street Northwest, there was a mural of Bill Cosby's face outside of Ben's Chili Bowl. On Monday, this mural was defaced and replaced with the face of Kim Jong-un. Bill Cosby has been accused of raping more than dozens of women. However, he has not been charged with any crime as of yet. This issue is a hot topic among many individuals, so we are asking that you chime in on the conversation. You can tweet us at Mason Cable News or leave your opinion in the comment section below.
You're listening live to Improv for Mason here on WGMU Radio, heard WGMUradio.com.
You know, it wasn't my idea.
Today's show with our special guest interview for this team in the new conference.
Welcome to a special
It's been
edition of the
a
First
great
Pick.
transition for me personally. I love Mason.
The very talented David Keckner.
I'm great. How are you doing?
Reed, Jonah, it was a pleasure having you on the show today.
I did.
I'm Ben Simpson. On the phone today, we have Drew McGarry, successful author, writer. You're listening to WGMU Radio on WGMUradio.com.
Hello and welcome back to this week's Mason Sports Report. I am your host, Sydney Peterson. The sports teams had a successful week this week. The women's volleyball team defeated LaSalle on Saturday afternoon. The 4 matches they defeated were led by their seniors in attack and defense. The team's next match is home this weekend, which is also the alumni weekend. On Friday, the team will take on Fordham and then they will face Rhode Island on Saturday. With a final score of 2-1, the women's soccer team defeated Davidson. The team was tied in the 75th minute of the game until the 88th minute when Mason's very own Nia Elbeck bypassed 2 defenders and made the game-winning goal. The goal was Nia's second goal of the season. The team's next stop is actually at home this Thursday at 7 p.m. against VCU. The men's soccer team has a game tonight home against Duquesne. We will release those results at next week's Sports Report. The tennis team fall season is over, but will start back up on February 5th against James Madison at Westbury Country Club. When one season ends, another season begins. Mason's basketball season is just around the corner. The season schedule is available on GoMason.com, and you can watch all of their live games here at Mason Cable Network. Well, that's all I have for you today, Mason. See you next time.
I hope everyone is killing those midterms, and if not, just think only a few more days until the weekend and you can have the time of your life. I'm so happy to be back on the couch and to be your source for entertainment news nationally as well as in the DMV area. So, kicking off our very first entertainment news story of the night, The Crucible. In a tight-knit community, personal grievances and deception give way to superstition and madness. Bear witness as Miller's timeless parable is brought vividly to life in a newly conceived production. The Center for the Arts bring the Salem Witch Trials to GMU as they present The Crucible Thursday, October 22nd, Friday, October 23rd, and Saturday, October 24th at 8 p.m. There will be a matinee showing at 2 p.m. on Saturday, October 24th as well. And next weekend, Halloween weekend to be exact, The Crucible will be playing Thursday, October 29th, Friday, October 30th, and Halloween, Saturday, October 31st at 8 p.m. There will be matinee showings for those at 2 p.m. on October 31st and on Sunday, November 1st. So, if you're looking for something new and interesting to do this Halloween season, this is definitely it. After the October 31st performance, please join us for a talk back with the directors and the cast. Remember, tickets are $25 for adults and $15 for students, faculty, staff, seniors, and groups. Like I always say, one free student ticket is available with a valid Mason ID. Our next story for the day. GMU's Acoma Circle's annual event, Midnight Breeze, is December 3rd, 2015 from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. This year's theme is Harlem Nights, and it will be a very soulful experience. This year, Acoma Circle is partnering with the HIV/AIDS Fashion Show, sponsored by Waves and GMU Fashion Society. Acoma Circle is a mentoring and service organization established through the Peer Empowerment Program, in which freshmen and transfer students are paired with upperclassmen. The mentor's main goals are to help the new student with their transition to George Mason, while assisting with the academic and social issues that he or she may face. They are currently looking for talent for this year's event, ranging from singers, dancers, poets, and beyond. Auditions will be held October 26th, 27th, 28th, from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. each day. Time slots for auditions are 30 minutes each, so if you're interested, they ask that you please complete the Eventbrite registration online, and once that is completed, you will receive an email to confirm your audition date and your time slot. Definitely take advantage of this great opportunity because it's some great exposure. Like, you never know what's going to happen. Last, but definitely not least, this is a topic that has been making headlines for the past few days. The 35-year-old former NBA star known as Lamar Odom was hospitalized on Tuesday after being found unconscious in a Nevada brothel and was in a coma for almost 3 days. Thankfully, Odom did wake up on Friday and has since shown some amazing signs of improvement, but he's not out of the woods just yet, and there is a possibility for a few setbacks. Since he has come out of this coma, he has spoken briefly to Khloe Kardashian, saying things such as, "Hey baby, good morning," and he has also begun to communicate with his hands. And to me, the best part is that he is now able to breathe on his own without a ventilator. The next step is to wean him off the drugs entirely, which depends on how strong his body is. But so far, he has passed a swallow test, and sadly, due to kidney failure, he does remain on dialysis, and doctors are still running tests to determine the extent of possible brain damage or other long-term effects from his overdose. Well, Lamar, I really hope you get well soon, and I really hope you have a speedy recovery as well. And so, Mason Nation, this has been a great week, and I hope to see you right here next week with me, Gina, right here on the couch. Have a great day, Mason Nation.
So the daughters of President Obama have been seen in the news now, but it's about their social life. Malia was spotted at Brown University, where she was presumably attending a party. There were red cups all around her, and people are speculating that she might have been playing beer pong. On the other hand, her sister Sasha was spotted with a gentleman on social media. She was presumably attending homecoming, but he had his arm around her waist. So how do we feel about this? I mean, we've watched them grow up, and they're not little girls anymore, but people have some strong opinions.
I personally think that it's a little abrupt. I think that, yes, they're the president's daughter and they are seen in the limelight a lot, but at the same time, they're still teenage girls doing everything that, almost every teenage girl does. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, Of course, Sasha will be, you know, she's going to homecoming dance with a boy. That's no different. Malia going to a college party. I mean, she's going to college. That's, you know, the average American thing to do. So, how do you guys feel about it, though?
I definitely think that they are not as bad as the Bush daughters, simply because as of right now, Malia is just seen not even holding a solo cup, but solo cups around her.
Right.
We had pictures of the Bush daughters taken by the paparazzi smoking cigarettes and falling all over themselves, appearing very intoxicated. So I think that right now, I don't think it's anything to really worry about. I think they're participating in normal American teenager behavior.
Right. I personally, I don't even think it's, you know, about, you know, pinpointing about, you know, which daughters have done this. It's just, even if she was holding a drink, you know, we have to look at it as she is a normal, they are normal teenage girls, you know, going through the average, you know, life that a teenage girl would.
Right.
So I don't think we should differentiate them just because of, you know, their father's position and
I totally agree. And it's easy to do that, like, they're the president's daughters, so we hold them to a higher standard, but honestly, they're just any other girls.
Right. I totally agree.
Yeah, and I think that we should kind of take a step back and let them live their
agree.
lives, because, like, she is going to college. She's a grown-up. A lot of people at home would like to sit down and say, oh, I didn't do that when I was her age, but if you think about it, you probably were doing that. So I think it's good to just take a step back and realize that they're just normal girls. So
Honestly, like, if your parents are saying that she's showing a very negative depiction of young women, honestly, like, you probably did the same thing when you were in college.
Exactly.
And I don't think it's as bad as a lot of people would say it is, because at the end of the day, it's not like, you know, we see these girls on the floor drunk, or, you know, they're just doing normal things that girls would do at that specific age. It's just the whole concept of them having to be Obama's daughters, which makes it a little bit more, you know, I guess, of a hot topic. But we really didn't see anything that was, you know, too I guess, there wasn't anything bad at all, and in my opinion. I think that, you know, they're living their private lives, they're enjoying the things girls would enjoy, and that's pretty much it.
I hate to say this, but does anyone else think that they are receiving such attention about this simply because they are young women? Like, if you think they were young men, do you really think that the media would be like, oh, President Obama's son was at a party holding a solo cup? Or they'll be like, whoa, President Obama's son is dating. He has his arm around a girl.
he's such a ladies' man.
Exactly.
Right. I can definitely see that argument.
It's definitely a double standard right there.
Mm-hmm. A two-way street for sure.
That's a really different way of looking at the perspective. But
I mean, I think as a guy, you know, it's not as I guess as hot as it being females. I think they're really emphasizing on them being girls.
No, I definitely understand what you're saying, Ms. Farr. But our time here at the news desk is coming to a close, and we thank you so much for watching. But as of right now, we are ending our broadcast for this week, but we invite you to stay tuned to watch Noticiero GMU with our very own Ismar Ventura. So have a great week, Mesa Nation.
Hoy es martes 20 de octubre del 2015. Hola, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos a otro episodio de Noticiero GMU. Les saluda Ismar Ventura. Y para el noticiero del día de hoy, comenzamos con la industria de las aerolíneas. American Airlines parece haber negociado con éxito una de las últimas y más importantes piezas de su fusión con US Airways, este fin de semana después de que se fusionaran las dos compañías aéreas conjunto a su sistema de reservas. La compañía cambió de puesto los números de vuelo, US Airways, reservaciones y registro de información de pasajeros a los dos sistemas utilizados por American, llamado Cyber. Esta línea aérea dijo hacer posible el fin de semana sin anomalías y sin ningún vuelo cancelado relacionados con el cambio de la reserva. Con la unión de estas dos empresas y aerolíneas, cargando el nombre de American Airlines, Las empresas compraron nuevos aviones, invirtieron en renovaciones de aeronaves ya existentes y cambiaron el logotipo oficial de la aerolínea, simbolizando el águila estadounidense. American espera ser una mejor aerolínea del mundo entero, sirviendo a más de 1,000 ciudades diarias. El vuelo 1939 de US Airways esperó, ya que fue la última vez que volaron bajo el nombre de US Airways. El vuelo salió de San Francisco un poco después de las 10 de la noche, hora Pacífico, el día viernes por la noche. El avión aterrizó en Filadelfia el día sábado por la mañana, a eso de las 5:50, y envió la marca de US Airways a la historia nacional de la aviación. Continuando en otras noticias, es otoño y todos los estudiantes tienen que estar muy diligentes y es importante que los estudiantes se cuiden, especialmente la comunidad de George Mason, ya que con más de 20,000 estudiantes que componen la comunidad estudiantil y las enfermedades relacionadas de la gripe son fácilmente contagiadas. La mejor manera para prevenir la gripe estacional es vacunarse cada año, pero los buenos hábitos de salud de cubrir su tos y las manos con frecuencia pueden ayudar a detener la progresión de gérmenes y prevenir enfermedades respiratorias como la gripe. Aquí hay 6 consejos de útiles para usted que los puede seguir para combatir la gripe. Evite el contacto cercano y que se quede en casa cuando usted está enfermo, así no contagia a los demás. Cubrirse la boca y la nariz, las manos, evitar tocarse los ojos, la nariz y la boca. Y por último, lo más importante, es ser coherente con otros buenos hábitos de salud para poder mantener su salud misma. Si se siente mal, visite la clínica en el campus para más información y un tratamiento. Y seguimos con la donación que hizo el provecto de la Universidad David Wu. La ofrenda de Wu de $10,000 se utilizará al Fondo de Becas Estudiantiles de Mason y es la primera hecha de un miembro de la facultad desde el lanzamiento público de más rápido, de más lejos completa de la campaña de la universidad de $500 millones. Wu dijo a la empresa: en el espíritu de este premio y en apoyo de los objetivos de Mason, en el logro de la excelencia exclusiva, yo estoy donando la subvención que acompaña este premio a un fondo de becas de Mason, dijo Wu. Mi esperanza es animar a los estudiantes a abrazar la visión de éxito ejemplificada por Dr. Tang y ganadores de los premios anteriores. David Wu recibió el prestigioso Chang Li Tian Liderazgo Premio de Educación del Fondo de Asia-Pacífico el sábado pasado. Sin embargo, los estudiantes de Mason serán los que recibirán la mayor beneficio de este premio. El Chang Li Tian Liderazgo, el Premio de Educación, lleva el nombre del primer asiático líder estadounidense de una de las universidades más importantes de investigación de los Estados Unidos. Tien fue nombrado rector de la Universidad en California en Berkeley en 1990. Su familia se asoció al Fondo Asiático Pacífico en el 2006 para establecer el premio para reconocer el aumento de los líderes americanos asiáticos en la educación superior y en alentar a los estadounidenses más asiáticos a aspirar al liderazgo que da ejemplo al país estadounidense. Y ahora, en el mes de la Hispanidad, termina sus celebraciones en George Mason. El evento titulado "Qué bonita mi bandera" se llevará a cabo el viernes 24 de octubre a las 8 p.m. en el JC Bistro del Centro Johnson. La Asociación de los Estudiantes Hispanos dijo: este será nuestro evento de cierre de mes de la herencia hispana y de nuestros miembros la oportunidad a representar no solo su patrimonio y la nacionalidad, sino que también les da la oportunidad de relajarse y liberar del estrés con todos los miembros del equipo. Celebra el cierre del mes de la hispanidad con una fiesta de baile latino. Viste con colores de su bandera de tu país de origen y recibe un descuento en la puerta. Todo el mundo está invitado y bienvenido a este evento. Y ahora terminamos el noticiero con una historia de mucho interés para todos los estudiantes que viven en los dormitorios del campus. La universidad anunció esta semana pasada, a partir del semestre de otoño del año 2016, todos los estudiantes de primer año tendrán que vivir en el campus y esto será obligatorio. Les mantendremos informados con más información en el desarrollo de esta historia y lo que piensa la comunidad escolar. Y así terminamos, queridos patrióticos. Nos despedimos de otro episodio más. Los esperamos la próxima semana. Gracias por acompañarnos. Para Noticiero GMU, reportó Ismar Ventura. Hasta la próxima.